Yeah, true story. Met you on Thanksgiving break of 2019. I was 16 and haunted by pipe dreams. Also had anxiety but tried not to show it. So when we first met, you didn't seem to notice. We locked eyes on the ropes course of the cruise ship. We checked each other out, admitted that we looked good as shit. You particularly had brown curly hair and blue eyes, smooth skin, sex appeal, good smell. And to top it off, the same age as mine, we hit it off. You pulled me aside and said you're coming with me. You had a few guys that you rolled with as your posse, but I know they were nothing compared to me. I was your new king, crowned for the rest of the vacation at sea. And I saw you as a blessing in disguise, cause if you flash back to the start of the trip, I would trip over my words when guys and girls would speak. Then I would run back to my cabin and cry myself to sleep. Wouldn't bother counting sheep, so I stayed away from Club O2 while my brother got to work. Meeting bitches, he would get his first body to bark. For me, there were plenty fish in the sea, but I chose to stay in the dark. So when you came up to me, I guess I felt confident, even though no girl has ever desired my nonsense. I thought I hit the jackpot, finally got some luck. I saw your body one time and I desperately wanted to fuck. I mean, who could blame me? Some men would die for a woman like you. I got pulled in the moment I had sheep's eyes. Yeah. We texted that night to meet up at a middle deck. You pulled up and so did I, no one was left. It was only us, thank God. You were all to myself. Desperately tried some moves on you, but you always rebelled. I guess you were playing hard to get and that was bullshit, but I didn't forfeit. You only made me more motivated for us to do it. We got to the roof and played some big piece checkers. You checkmated me easily and that was your pleasure. I let you win even though I could have been the successor, but fuck that. We walked to a bench at the bow together. We sat down, you started playing games on your phone. I slid my arm to your shoulder, feeling good like Nina Simone. Put my finger to your breast as stealthy as I could. It was the first time I felt that and I had the strongest wood. Thankfully didn't notice cause you were in the zone playing Tetris. Even though I could have built a family in your throne, I started kissing your cheek, trying to get to your lips. You finally put your phone down and pulled me in for a kiss. We locked in for a few seconds and after that was done, I told you that was the first time I made out with someone. Like I was serious, I wasn't lying. I guess you did it so I would stop bothering you, but I didn't really care. We would hang out with straight boys, one was British and I wasn't wise. I made a bet that if he jumped the deck, I would kiss the guy. No homo, he did it, it never got caught. He pecked me on the lips, you got it on camera. I cried that night for the loss, I was stupid then, and still am. And that was the first time a guy kissed me. No more bets cause I'm not lucky. Yeah. My parents found out about you, they said she's bad news, stay away from her. Well fuck them, they don't know love. They weren't aware that your parents were abusive and strict. I was your company, they didn't think the love was legit. We used to dip in swimming pool, bikini had my mouth drooled and hit the arcade. MotoGP and Claw Crane we played when we were hungry. It was God's burger joint and ice cream. The chords were right, life could be a dream that you couldn't wake from. It was perfect under the sun. If I had a ring I would have proposed to you. Not for fun, I wanted a honeymoon, but we had a few days cause the trip was ending soon. Oh shit. We explored a lot and never got off the boat. Always in your presence, matter of fact I saw you more times than my parents. On Thanksgiving night I saw you dressed like Cinderella. It was only a dinner but you had me wetter than an umbrella. I was sweating not because of you but I was wearing fancy clothes over my normal ones. It was high, planned to change out quickly though. Mom and dad didn't like that, fuck them again. They stayed mad after I ate. I dashed back and threw my dress clothes in the bag. I met you again, you still had your makeup on as if you intended to play with my heart, but I let myself be tormented cause I couldn't help but drown in your ocean. I descended and make out bench, I had my head on your lap when it should have been the other way around. But once again I was in a trap. You were too pretty when the wind blew your hair. Didn't care if I was making mistakes, I thought this moment wouldn't collapse. You said you lived north of Nashville, that's why you liked country music and not my old shit I thought was mad real. You only heard Casino Royale, which was my pop song. Daft Punk type beat about saving strippers from their wrongs. At the time I was too young for the club, not that I would go to it cause I don't fuck with parties, I think silence is more appropriate. But I did fuck with you cause you were like opium. You had me addicted to your body at every single moment. The last night we were together, my plans were in a slalom. One of the boys asked if I wanted a condom, I said no thanks. I thought I could go raw then pull out or maybe stay in so my cum could get lost. I begged you to stay but you couldn't, it was apparently past your curfew. Little did I know you about about to leave me in the rear view. Refresh one last time for good measure. I tried to make it last longer, but you had to go. I didn't feel any better. I went back to my cabin, I couldn't snooze. I didn't celebrate the fact that I never saw in your birthday suit. Why couldn't you just be with me on the last night and bear fruit? Why couldn't you? The next morning the ship parked back at homeland. I couldn't find you, so I texted you outpouring sweatglands. You said you had left and were already on the road back to your zip code that I would never know. On my car ride home we kept exchanging messages and were explaining our predicaments. You doubted that our relationship was sustaining. I couldn't believe that you could be sick of this. I was willing to drive the highway and through the thick of it, just to see your face, probably shoot my shot again. Maybe I'd switch it this time, no more labeling me a friend. But once my family came home and we unpacked the luggage, the reality set in for me that I was only your puppet. That night I cried about it, my dad got pissed for some reason. My memory's hazy, but he bought a muffin so I could eat it, only for him to throw it out the car window. His efforts of cheering me up didn't seem that simple. A few months later the pandemic hit, mental was at a new low. The backyard fireplace was where I put our booth photos. That was the last remnant of how I remembered you, cause the recent IG shows a look that has me slightly confused. Maybe it's a phase, but the hair's cut short and the nose piercing seems like a final resort. The pic of us that you posted is now gone. I'm assuming that you moved on, maybe I should too. Shit, there's plenty of clones that you can really see through, but sometimes I think about the week we spent. Was it true? If I had the power of Steins Gate, I would travel back to that boot, change my approach or relive all the fun anecdotes. Maybe I was too aggressive asking for sex when I should have been more focused on relaxing and the food I digest. Now I have regrets, but also none at all, cause at least I spent vacation with you instead of having my back against the wall. This my Wilshire and I admired you, even though you ran me over. I never got tired of you. Girl, you may not think it, but our time was remarkable. I could never recreate our days on the Carnival. True, true, true. Yeah. God, I still love you. Damn, like it's been what, 4 or 5 years at this point? I still can't get over it. I said I'd drive to you, but I'm so scared of the highway. I don't even like driving for long periods of time. I don't even know your address, so what the fuck is the point of trying to drive to you? So, I want this to be the end of the chapter because I want to move on. I don't want to keep dwelling on the past. No matter what happens, I feel like I should always move forward. I was still a child, I thought it was easy to get my way, but I learned it never works like that. It lingered on my mind, but now I feel like I've finally moved on. It took a while, but at the end of the day, I was never gonna see you again, and I don't even know your number anymore, cause I deleted it.